Dear friends, welcome to History Talks. Today we are diving deep into the true story of Ilkhanid governor Timurtaş, who is depicted as a machine of pure rage in the series Kuruluş Orhan. He lived a life where storms raged, thundered, burned, and devastated everything. A disaster from beginning to end. A Hollywood producer would send it back as a script, saying, "You've exaggerated." The Timurtaş we see in the series is a tamed, washed-out version of the real one. This bloodthirsty man, who turned Anatolia upside down, is now the governor of a Muslim Ilkhanid. But despite all this, he didn't just plunder Anatolia from end to end. It wasn't enough. He declared his messiahship. Unable to control himself, he eventually fled to Egypt. He was an interesting military and political figure. So, let's begin. Where was he? Where did this cruel man emerge from? Timurtaş is the son of Emir Çoban, the powerful emir of the Ilkhanid state. Now you're probably wondering who Emir Çoban is, so let's explain. Emir Çoban's family lineage traces back to the Mongol nobility, who were closest to Genghis Khan. This means he belonged to a Mongol clan as deeply rooted as Genghis's own. His father, alongside Hulagu, played a significant role in the burning of Baghdad as one of his important commanders. Emir Çoban rose during Ghazan Khan's time, solidified his position during Ojaytu's time, and effectively became ruler during Bahadur Khan's time. Abu Said Bahadur Khan's ascension to the throne at just 11 years old following Olkaytu's sudden death greatly simplified Emir Çoban's task. The Uyghur origin emir, who served as Bahadur Khan's atabeg and regent, quickly dispelled any joy. Two of Emir Çoban's numerous wives were Olkaytu's daughters. He is a man who managed to become a son-in-law to the Ilkhanid dynasty through many other branches, and it is known that he had at least 20 children. Yes, as we said, this father Çoban was the backbone of the state during the reigns of Ghazan Khan, Olkaytu Khan, and Abu Said Bahadur Khan, for he was in command of the army. His four great sons were appointed governors to different regions, and one of them managed financial affairs at the palace. The one in the palace was named Dimash Hoka, and Timurtaş fell to us, unfortunately, I can't say. For each of them is worse than the last. Timurtaş arrived in Anatolia in the year 1314. During Olkaytu's reign, bearing the title of Vali Rum. He would become the eyes and ears of the state, and especially of Baba Emir Çoban in Anatolia. Actually, it's an iron fist. Its job is very simple. Control Anatolia, collect the taxes, bring the Turkmens into line. Oh, what's so hard about that? Some people said it was an easy job then. But that wasn't all. With Timurtaş's arrival in Anatolia, the Turkmen lords who had grown strong in the borderlands, the newly rising Edonoğulları and Germiyanoğulları, and the raider groups on the Byzantine borders all became Timurtaş's targets. His method was purely Mongol. It's simple. Strike the Turkmen's head, seize all his property. So it was not soft power. We can describe it like this. Completely hard power, a little more hard power, and on top of that, a pinch more hard power. So much so that a saying was spreading among the West Anatolian Turkmens. Byzantium comes, plunders, then leaves. Timurtaş arrives worse than any pillage. His PR campaign is founded on cruelty. From 1316, a storm breaks out in western Anatolia. Eastern and central Anatolia are already devastated. The Turkmen lords either became collaborators, flattering the Ilkhanids, or gathered their belongings and migrated to western Anatolia. Governor Timurtaş begins with the Germiyanids. Denizli's is suddenly thrown into complete disarray. The entire region turns into a veritable sea of blood. Timurtaş scatters Germiyan's border lords and then reestablishes the tax system. You can't call this a tax system, of course. It's setting up a blatant robbery system. Aydınoğlu Mehmet Dayı manages to protect his nascent beylik with subtle diplomacy. His method is actually simple, sir. Mr. Mehmet's military strength is good, but not like Timurtaş's. He can't risk a fight with him, so Mr. Mehmet makes a clever move. Brother, if it's tax, it's tax. It's not more precious than our lives, says Aydınoğlu. We'll pledge allegiance to you, but don't oppress us too much. I mean, don't oppress us too much, don't oppress us, I can't say. In the end, we see he profited. The Aydınoğulları are thus established. Allegiance, autonomy, and the foundations of naval power. The journey of that great Aydin fleet seen on history's stage begins right here, during Timurtaş's oppressive era. Timurtaş plunders Anatolia, burning, destroying, reducing it to dust and ashes. And the year is 1322. Anatolia is facing the century's most interesting events. And why, you ask? Timurtaş declares himself the Mahdi. It's actually something that often appears in the naive Islamic world. Why is this Mahdism interesting, you might ask? It's not even clear how Muslim this man is. Stanverdagannan, after all, an Ilkhanid governor, a Mongol who killed and plundered casually, declares himself the Mahdi one day. It has nothing to do with religion or God, as you might think. Oh, after all, it's not even clear how much of a Muslim Mongol Bahadur Khan truly was. So why then does Timurtaş choose to declare himself the Mahdi? Because at the heart of the Ilkhanate there's a struggle for the throne. The Turkmens are religiously ignorant. They don't question when you mention religion. Their sensitivity is very high. They react immediately. They've also amassed significant power in eastern Anatolia. Now, what is their next move? To establish an independent state in Anatolia separate from the Ilkhanid rule. Even if he couldn't openly declare it that day, this was his real intention. Therefore, the issue is not theological, but a very worldly political maneuver. From Anatolia's easternmost to its westernmost, everyone is left completely stunned. The Mongol governor claims to be the Mahdi. He is not saying this alone, of course. He has people swearing by God everywhere. They are hyping up Governor Timurtaş at full throttle, like a news as an Aksu trailer. Yet there are things in Tabriz that even the swift Mehdi couldn't have accounted for. Bahadur Khan is no longer a child. He wants to take control. He also dislikes the Choban family's reliance on the state. He's beginning to understand what's going on. His relationship with Father Emir Çoban is no longer pleasant either. There's another matter at hand. Bahadur Khan has set his sights on Emir Çoban's married daughter, Bağdat Hatun. He says, I don't care if she's married, I want her, I want her. The shepherd won't accept this. He himself took 6 girls from the Ilkhanid family for himself. Now he says, my daughter is married. Please don't misunderstand me. Emir Çoban is a Mongol with deep roots. He is very much devoted to the Mongol traditions. Within Mongol tradition, these kinds of marriages are not a problem at all. Their laws already state that a ruler can take any woman he desires, even if she is already married to someone else. So, according to Mongol laws, Bahadur Khan is completely justified, which is good. In these difficult times, Bahadur Khan realizes what Timurtaş is truly pursuing with his claim of Mahdism. Or perhaps someone is whispering, for in the seething palace, the most dreadful game of thrones is being played out. He sends a message to Abu Sa'id Bahadur Khan, saying, what to do? What are you doing, you insolent wretch? He summons Timurtaş to the palace. Timurtaş's charisma is being undermined, even though he tried to utter phrases like, I am the Mahdi, I won't humble myself to anyone, says, realizing that the game was truly over, he sheepishly sets off for Tabriz. Anatolia takes a breath. He's pardoned at the palace, but the throne players don't stop. Messianism, heavy taxes, harsh rule, and political independence attempts all shatter Timurtaş's reputation. Timurtaş, once the great conqueror of Anatolia, is now, in the eyes of the palace, becoming an unnecessary and dangerous risk. And when the assassinations of his treasurer brother Emir Dimashq and then his own father Emir Çoban are added to this, escaping begins to feel like the only way to salvation. Timurtaş actually, unlike his brother Dimashq Hoca, did not commit crimes like plundering the state treasury or being caught with one of former ruler Olkaytu's widowed wives, nor did he, like his father, march on the ruler with the army under his command. But this is a Game of Thrones, and no one is truly as they appear. Timurtaş, believing that a fugitive's mother sheds no tears, finds a way to escape to Egypt, seeking asylum with the Mamluks. Indeed, with the Ilkhanate throne experiencing constant fluctuations, Sultan Nasir Muhammad greets him with great enthusiasm, taking him into his confidence. So, what happened then? All right, just watch, my friend. We're going to tell you. With Timurtaş's departure, Anatolia was finally liberated from the Mongols. Despite all the Mongols' bloodthirsty and brutal aspects, we can also mention their beneficial long-term effects. For example, though very strict, a state order is established and public peace is maintained. The population also decreases, of course. Fragmentation in the border regions is prevented. The tax system is made systematic. Security measures to revive trade are taken. And the Ottoman Beylik is significantly strengthened in terms of population, with the Turkmen tribes fleeing Mongol oppression. Following Timurtaş, Turkmens broke free from Ilkhanid rule. The western borderlands moved towards independence, so Trident principalities like Ottoman, Aydın, and Saruhan grew stronger. Ilkhanid dominance in Anatolia completely collapsed, and from the 1330s the era of beyliks exploded across Anatolia. So, if you're wondering who this Timurtaş was that you saw in the series, let's just say he was one of the main figures in a crisis that profoundly altered the destiny of Anatolia. Yes, we had previously mentioned that Timurtaş had sought asylum with the Mamluk Sultan. However, Bahadur Khan's pressures yielded results, and Timurtaş paid the price for his cruelty in Anatolia by being strangled with a bowstring. Then his rotting head was sent to Bahadur Khan as a gift. Well, as they say, he who prepares a shroud for a Turk will meet a terrible end. Yes, dear friends, today we talked about Ilkhanid, Governor Timurtaş's movie-like life. His harsh demeanor in the series was also present in real life, but behind the scenes, a much bigger political game was unfolding. The dreams of that game also ground Timurtaş and swallowed him. If you enjoy this kind of deep historical content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. One click is enough. Let us know in the comments which historical figure you'd like us to explore, and we'll gather our resources to start a new journey with you. Now, write in the comments, should we tell the story of Bagdad Hatun, Emir Çoban's daughter, who completely captivated Bahadur Khan's mind, or Kabaç Hatun, one of the most remarkable female heroes rarely seen throughout history? Write. See you in our next history discussion.
Farewell, and may you always stay with history.